Technical issues aside, hey, Sabe.
Hi. Wow.
So, thank you for being on the show. Sorry for the technical difficulties, and now I guess we can act like we haven't had this conversation before for the last 10 minutes.
Yo. Absolutely.
Hey, don't you love it when technology decides, no, I don't want to work? All right. So now that we've had that preamble, tell the folks at home where they can find you on the internet, sir.
They can find me on Twitter, YouTube, Instagram, and TikTok over at SabetheBlade. All of them is just SabetheBlade. Thank the Lord. Because I don't got no time for somebody to impersonate me.
Sorry. I mean, look, man, if you you're gonna, are you gonna pay the $8? Are you?
Maybe. Oh God. I already knew that was coming up.
Dude, I see it as it's a business expense at this point. Like, it's yeah, you can write it off on your taxes.
I'm willing to take an L.
Yeah. But anyways, so we were talking about you getting into becoming a Sherpa before all of the technical blah, blah. So
yes.
You had said that your journey in becoming a Sherpa kind of started when you had a bad experience in like an LFG, and then decided, and then learned from somebody who actually cared about what they were doing.
Yep.
What was the modus operandi, like giving people a better experience than what you had gotten in that first instance?
Well, for me, like I when a person needs help and stuff like that, like I usually have them come in. I usually tell them, like, what the recommended thing depending on activity. But then I let them get like that freedom to like say, hey, I like this weapon. Is this weapon okay? I'm like, all right, well, sure. And I usually give them like a bit of knowledge about like the mods and stuff like that, and the weapons, in case things go south. And I like for them to learn about things, then like just flat out just like say, play this and this.
Yeah.
And you're good. Because
a bit of use whatever, don't apologize mixed in with the with just situational encounter knowledge.
Oh yes, like, because like I really do feel like people can like play Destiny the way they want to.
I feel like that is a conversation that we've been having in the Destiny community for a while. Like, people generally are like, oh, I haven't tried GMs, or I haven't tried like the raid yet because like it's difficult and stuff like that. But I feel like, and this has been said before in different ways, and I don't mean this to sound elitist when I say it.
Well, right.
But like, it's not, there isn't just like one formula that fits the whole thing. Destiny isn't that difficult of a game. You just have to kind of like play with the formulas that work for you, and you can attack it from all different angles, which is something that I try to instill in people. Like,
yes. Yeah. No doubt. And that's something that I like to do, because like, like for this particular example, if I told everybody to just play Arby or Arbalest, some people don't like playing a weapon, some people do.
Yeah. Yeah.
I like to give people freedom.
How do you feel about the current sandbox of weapons that's been updated over like season 18?
Wish it or something that I use,
buddy. Okay. Woo. All right. So
They really buff Wishender. Like I really love this game. Like I
I
have not.
I have tried using it. I've
Hmm.
tried using it, but I never get like I never pull it back all the way apparently, and it
Hmm.
always screws me over.
Oh,
What are your tips on
I
that?
got you. Because like it like and like some of those instances, like like you don't want break the shield
Mhm.
because like it's always like the ever going argument. Some people like the wave of Wishender, and then there's some people like, man, just play RB and that's it. And I have like my own take on it.
Yeah.
Like they're both like hella useful. Like
Mhm.
one's special and the other one is a energy weapon that rules all of anti barrier
Mhm.
at this point. But as far as how I feel about the weapon sandbox is pretty nice. Like I like there's more weapons that people can use uh in a season because if I were to go back to the anarchy and breach and clear days or even
Mhm.
just anarchy before, like it was just or even Divinity 2 Izanagi's,
Mhm.
ooh, like
Anarchy
things
was
have
like a
changed.
one-stop shop for like
Oh yeah, it was like
DPS.
yeah. And I remember when I used to LFG a lot, people, it was just, oh, anarchy or kicked. I'm like,
Oh, so it was the yellow horn of that of that
mm-hmm.
like corner.
Yep.
Ugh.
Yeah.
Unfortunate. Unfortunate.
So nowadays, like, you can really just go around and play almost whatever. Like,
Mhm.
although it's only like an anti-barrier, this season autos, like,
Mhm.
I've been messing around also with Quicksilver Storm.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, because like you keep shooting the missile, like it just get old once done. Like, and that's part of the reason why I tell people like, hey, like if you don't want to use X weapon, like you can use this, you can use this, you can
Mhm.
use this.
I usually
I'm glad that they're making more weapons intrinsic. Like they made La Monarch intrinsic
Mhm.
Overload, and they made Thunderlord intrinsic yeah, Overload too. So yeah, like I feel like it's okay. Like, I mean,
Mhm. It really kind
I
of
know
it
I'm all over the place.
yeah, well no. It kind of
Mhm.
democratizes your it it democratizes the play space a little bit. And I feel like that is something that does a sandbox a favor, so that you're not locked into specifically like you have to use Arbalist, you have to use you can't use glaives here, you have to use like you have to use
Oh
Heart
yeah.
Shadow, which nobody's ever said. And I'm going through my dim, scrolling over weapons, and my entire vault, whenever I scroll over something, just looks like Telesto. So because today's Telesto day.
Oh yeah. Telesto.
Telesto gained sentience today, uh, as per as before this recording. But like when I like that you can share, you can be like, hey, what do you got? Like what weapons do you have? Let's see what we can work with and what can keep you
Oh
alive.
yes, all the time. Anytime somebody comes and like do games with me, I look at their loadouts. They're quite afraid, because like sometimes they have like these double primaries with
Mm-hmm.
like oh man, I could cover both champ mods and stuff like that, and I'm like, it's okay. Like,
Yeah.
like for
But
me,
you look
like
disappointed like a dad. Just like,
mhm.
okay, no, it's okay. That's cute. That's
No, no,
great.
no, no, no,
But
no, no. I'm saying, okay, I'm like, I'm not gonna kick you,
okay. All right.
Yeah, yeah, I'm not gonna kick you. I'm not gonna roast your loadout.
Mm-hmm.
That's not what I do here against people. Like, I literally just look, I'll be like, hey, you can, do you have this, this, and this? And then I'm like, cool.
Mm-hmm.
And so, like I was like, to me, I feel like as long as that person can cover, I guess in a GM situation, as long as you can cover a champ mod, you can really have the freedom to do something else. And who
Mm-hmm.
knows if they're playing a loadout, like they're like, oh, okay, you can probably play this gun with this gun, but I guess we're not there at the loadout part because whew,
I
there's a
know.
bunch I like using.
Yeah, I've really been enjoying recently. Um, I've been enjoying playing some Arbalist mixed with like a glaive.
Ooh.
I have the Enigma that I usually pair with it. That way it's double special, and I can weight the heavy with my different finders and everything. I can kind of
Mm-hmm.
weight heavy drops using that, because if you're using special, it's not going to spawn special as much, so it's got to spawn something else. So you're kind of forcing that heavy brick out. Do you have any
Mm-hmm.
like tips and tricks like that you would say that you would give to like listeners at home who maybe are trying to break into like in-game PvE stuff?
Oh, okay. Yeah, my tips is like, like for me, like I will recommend like, going to like a Twitch chat and joining up on people's communities, like
Mm-hmm.
cuz at least for me like when I see like new faces and stuff like that, I always want to make sure that they're having like a great time.
Yeah.
It's especially like one person who is like my mod, like he was a person that used to always play solo.
Mm-hmm.
Um, my man O'Malley. He he used to play solo all the time, and I remember I met him through another another mod in my community.
Mm-hmm.
Um, by name Renita. She met him
J-
through him.
yeah.
I remember just he'll come in like and he said he got to know me and stuff like that, and I was doing helps and like and he will always have like his loadout that what he likes to use, and
Mm-hmm.
and I remember just helping him that day, and
What was the loadout that he was using specifically? Do you remember?
oh shoot, this is probably back when you know what, I'll probably take you back to Light Blade.
Okay.
um
Like the first time it came around?
oh first yeah, because like he had his double primary
Mm-hmm.
and stuff like that, and then oh, as a matter of fact, no. Oh no no. There was a loadout actually. Glasswave. Let's go
Okay.
back to Glasswave
Okay.
last time. Okay. There was a exotic because he is a warlock. He is like a warlock main.
Mm-hmm.
It was called Seeking Filaments.
Okay.
It gives you like the overload grenade.
Mm-hmm.
Because like and he did not know he can do that with like any weapon. So
Mm-hmm.
when Rockets was like oh well, I guess he was using Galley with that exotic,
Yeah.
and he fell in love with it. And every time that like I took him like under my wings to like help him, because like he's pretty grateful for me. Every time we used to play Glassway, he used to always have the Seek and Filament Galley loadout. I was like, all right. And he used to just wreak havoc with it. I was like, oh man, you killed it. Like
That's awesome.
yeah,
Are
but lately, but my advice is like just go inside the community, like get to know people and stuff like
mm-hmm.
that. And it's so many kind people
Yeah.
like that do this, like yourself and many other people. Like I feel like just to stray away from like LFG, because like these days I rarely use it, and I try to like get people inside the chat to do some things, because there's some many people that who I help now, like they they come shoot through and like get like the help here
Mm-hmm.
because they know I'll take care of them. But like from but yeah, that's pretty much it. But
Okay. What is a loadout that you've been enjoying running this season?
hmm, I ain't gonna lie.
Okay.
Although there's well, I could give you each. Is it each character, or is it just like that one loadout? Like I could just say like, hey,
You know what? If you wanna do one for like what's your primary character that you run?
Actually, go if we're going my hunter, I'm literally it's literally just assassin's cow
Yeah.
and 1-2 punching, literally
Everything.
everything. Art 3.0 is bust tit. Oh my god.
If there's any
Uh
developers listening, don't listen. Don't just
oh
put
no.
earmuffs
Oh
on. Earmuffs on.
yeah, it's just the fact that like they did such a good job with Arc 3.0. Like
Mm-hmm.
for me, like at least for like the Assassin Cowbell, the fact that you can just uh sit and punch dodge, and going invisible. So it's like not only you have all that damage resist from dodging, a fragment, and you know, and all this stuff, and you're going invisible from finishers and stuff like that, made it like like the most powerful thing, at least in my opinion,
Yeah.
right now, because I've been seeing people like speed run it on the same subclass, like
Mm-hmm.
um and they got the fantasy right, I guess, with this becoming my favorite thing, which is the whole W subclass.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
But
That's
yeah,
awesome.
Assassin's Creed is something I've been using like a lot in these GMs
Mm-hmm.
because I don't. To me, I'm so much of a solo player these
Mm-hmm.
days, to where like when I am doing like the helps and stuff like that, I'll tell like the person like to be in a like good position, and I'm out there in the woodworks, just punching and going to
Yeah.
biz on every ab, especially like my disgrace runs too.
Mm-hmm.
Whew. Where like the start of the room, like I'll just go punch one ad, and they just wonder, how are you doing all of that?
Do you
And I'm
feel
just, mhm,
like doing, because I had Shield Maiden on a couple weeks back,
mhm.
and like we were kind of talking about low man stuff. Do you feel that um running these encounters solo helps you understand the mechanics, not only of the encounter, but like the timing of it, so that you can help more
Oh,
people?
perfect. I love saying this. This is part of the reason why this is part of what like ignited me to like do like a lot of the helps that I do anyway, even from like doing a single one, or I'm
Mm-hmm.
doing the doubles with like with viewers and stuff like that. I literally do, because I come from like um me always playing solo, like in this game, and like I used to do a lot of stuff solo, and I watch a lot of like awesome gamers do these and
Mm-hmm.
stuff like but
Who are
yeah,
some of the people that you
hmm?
watch? Who are some of the
Hmm?
people that you watch?
Well, it's a whole lot, but if I can tell you right now,
Mm-hmm.
I know I watched Esoteric a few
Yeah,
ones,
that's a big one for me too.
him, Vendetta, and of course ATP are all the players, like
Mm-hmm.
those some of the people that I, you know, watch. But there's many more people that do these things. But like,
Sorry to derail you there, but going back
yeah,
to like um doing solo activities to learn.
yeah, pretty much. Like, yeah, but for me, yeah, I primarily run them solo, is because I feel like it's like a challenging thing to do in the game at
Mm-hmm.
this moment, and yes, it is for me to like learn the mechanics of things, learn what stuff spawns,
Mm-hmm.
so that way when I do these helps and stuff like that, I can say, hey, you can go do this, and this. Like, my Exodus Crash solo taught me a lot about like where the ads are at, or the positioning. So
Mm-hmm. Helps you
like,
with awareness more.
yeah, heck
Mm-hmm.
yes, because like because when you do like some of the like, I guess like so much damage to the boss, like ad
Mm-hmm.
spawn,
Yeah.
and like it taught me a lot about like the whole ad spawning and stuff. And so like in a three-person scenario, I usually um at least like in a fire team, like because like I usually have like the person, or even like myself, I'll probably be the dev person. Oh, we just go linear fusion the guy, and
Mm-hmm.
then the ad's gonna come over there, and then that's how, and it kind of makes the run like slightly easier.
Mm-hmm.
And I like putting myself in these tough situations if I am in the last person alive. Many times before, like like people have like clips of me on like of me just clutching it out, like
Mm-hmm.
like because I love those moments because that's just what makes GMs fun for me too. So
Yeah.
um
Do you
yeah,
uh
cause I also ever don't want to ever make a person who I'm helping like
mm-hmm.
feel bad if he or she dies so much
Mm-hmm.
because there
Do
have
you
been
feel
times where
do you feel that's on that's kind of the responsibility of like the Sherpa is to like take that responsibility on?
like to yeah, cause most times like me myself like in my I have like my own set of rules in my head
Mm-hmm.
that I follow. So that way I am a Sherpa because Sherpa are people who help people
Yeah.
and not get mad at them if they like I'll be like, all right, you know what, it's cool, and then maybe
Ideally.
next time, yeah, I like I got this, but that maybe next time this does you shouldn't do this and that, and then I'll just go and just do it, like
mm-hmm.
there's plenty of times where like revives was lost and I was like, all right, I got this. Oh, and actually I can just give you an example too. This happened in my light blade run.
Yeah.
Um I had one of my awesome family friends, like
Mm-hmm.
um um the person was the guy who said we got sprayed by the boss
Okay.
because usually light blade boss is just splash damage city.
Mm-hmm.
um and usually if you're like behind like these little pots around the map and you're
Mm-hmm.
like getting hit with splash damage, well, he got splashed and then like the person that was helping me got smacked, and and my my face was just like, oh, we're getting the dub,
Yeah.
like
We're
like
doubling
like
down. We're committing to this.
yeah.
Yeah.
hmm and and as I'm doing this, I'm here telling the person like, hey, like this was you this is what you should do next time, and yeah, because it doesn't matter to me, like I said, if they lose like rebuys and stuff, like I'm going to get the dub. I'm pretty
Yeah. you, you're pretty tenacious in that
hmm
effect.
hmm
Do you have any oh man. So when I've been running stuff, I keep kind of timers in my head for different
hmm
things. Like when you're on the spacewalk of Deepstone Crypt, it takes 12 seconds for one of those blades to come around.
hmm
So every 12 seconds when one passes past you, you have 12-second gap in order to get back through that. And there seems to be like that kind of like weird connection throughout most of the game where you have like with the final boss in Prophecy, there you have 12 seconds to attack him where he is and then he moves. Like, do you have any kind of like weird esoteric timers that you keep in your head of like, oh, I know exactly
hmm
when this happens. Like 7 seconds this pops off.
hmm
Do you have an
hmm
example of one?
oh, let me see. Do I have an example of that situation, that same situation where it's just
Yeah, where like you can kind of read it to a T. Like it happens so much, and for whatever reason, your brain just kind of grasps onto that little nugget, and you're like, oh yeah, when you pass by here, that blade rotates around every 12 seconds, so you have like a little bit of a window.
okay. You know what? Like it's kind of like that seemed to be like more like a timing thing, and
Uh-huh.
I could probably go to like light blade when you're like when I'm like juggling him the
Mm-hmm.
I know when he jumps up, I know when he decides he wants to smack me.
Yeah, yeah.
Like cuz like I've been playing a lot of at least in light blade I've been when I'm not on my hunter, I'm on my Titan spamming storm grenades.
Mm-hmm. So
Mm-hmm.
what all is your loadout involved there with Lightblade? Like, do
Oh,
you like get up in his face with a glaive and guard? Because that is highly
yes.
potent.
One time I actually played a Wishender and a glaive. Actually,
Okay, all right.
oh no, because like the reason why
Mm-hmm.
was because oh no, because I guess I had somebody come in my chat.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. It was like I guess it was just like talking about where Glaze stands, like, oh, Glaze not being used anymore. I was like, well, that's because it's not a mod, but they're still really good.
Yeah.
And all the damage, and like Glaze have major damage resistance. I
Oh
tell
yeah.
you,
You can
like,
hold it. You can hold it up
yeah.
and
Oh
guard
yeah.
damage from Golgroth's eye blast.
Oh yeah. I mean, oh yeah. I used it one time to hit the revives and stuff. So
Mm-hmm.
um. I mean to save people, but when it comes down to that, the whole Lightblade situation, I was just
Mm-hmm.
there, just guarding his blast. I was just like, oh,
Perfect.
I get to throw nades at you, lightning grenades at you, and guard. Shoot, yeah, but I did it as a meme and a joke because I love memeing and like
Mm-hmm.
because like at least these days GMs is not too difficult. Not
Okay.
trying to stray to anybody and
Yeah.
all right,
I think that's pretty fair to say when it comes to like, because we are in the midst of like a massive power creep situation.
yeah. Like we are strong as hell now.
Yeah.
Like to me, like I feel like you can really particularly go with like any cool loadout and you'll make it like um but
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
yeah
You can kind of use whatever you want and
hmm
in order to like get the win. I've been going through and soloing the dungeons this
oh yeah,
season.
I saw, congrats on the grass dungeon. I see the loadout. I was like, oh wow, okay, he went sunbed. Okay. Okay. Oh.
So restoration, like even after they bopped it, is still super strong.
Oh
And
yes. Oh,
it
I tell people, oh,
yeah,
restoration is a strong keyword.
it's getting another hit here soon, and
Hmm
understandably, because like it is still a powerful facet of the solar
Oh
subclass.
yeah,
And
it's
so
probably like it's the reason why like people think that people are saying, because I do believe this like myself, quite literally, like why well is actually really good.
and when we did
Or
the
even just
Sherpa when we
hmm
did the Sherpa conversation a couple weeks back,
hmm
like that was part of the conversation too, where they were like, it sucks, but that's going to have to get bopped too, like
yeah.
in order to kind of like level out to
Oh
add to the
yeah.
difficulty ceiling.
Oh yeah. For me, like I will like I would love for things to be. I guess I'm just a simple person. And all this stuff like
Mm-hmm.
I just I want everybody to enjoy a game. Uh, I wanted to be like aspirational and give us a meaning of why we
Mm-hmm.
do these end games, which is like GMs do very well. I really do much well love the way how like GM grandmasters reward me
Mm-hmm.
reward people with like a bunch of like shards and materials, and
Yeah.
I wish every other in-game activity follows suit by that.
Mm-hmm.
Um, yeah, because as you know, GMs is like my bread and butter
Yeah.
content. I love doing
That's
them.
your thing. Like.
Yeah, like I love doing. I mean, I do all of PVE.
Mm-hmm.
I love my raids. Um, and I loved all the other things, but like Grandmasters is one thing I'll always get like excited for every
Mm-hmm.
season, and when they go away, I'm just like pretty sad.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah. Well, like they do come. Like it's I have I have a piece of paper here that has like
mhm,
yeah. So I mapped out the seasonal progression. I think I showed this on
mhm,
the PVE Sherpa panel a couple weeks
mhm,
back, where it's like I kind of know what I'm talking about and who who I'm talking with based on kind of where we are in the season at this point.
uh-huh,
Um, and it's like it's cool to know that, but it also kind of takes a little bit of the mystery away. Like now that I've broken that down and been like, oh, yeah, like everything is kind of like wrapped up
Mhm.
by this time for a thing. That's it, that's something else. But when it comes to
Mhm.
GMs, I do feel like they come kind of at the right time, but there's and they don't overstay their welcome necessarily, but it definitely feels like, oh, okay, this is just like another thing for you to catch up on later.
Oh yes, pretty much.
Mm-hmm.
To me, I feel yeah, like I do agree with like the barrier of entry to enter GMs.
Mm-hmm.
I guess that's what you're saying.
Kind of
Uh,
like
mhm.
you definitely need to be a certain base in order to start them. The game gate
Yeah,
keeps
yeah,
you, not anybody else. And
yeah.
so it's understandable to give people time in order to hit that level.
Uh-huh.
And so like, what is it? Is it about like 8 weeks in? That's normally when they say, okay, GMs are open to everybody now. But
Mhm. Oh yeah, cause I guess like one of the only thing in my opinion that I am I'm not so okay with is that like like when a new player wants to do GMs, like the person's like gets to the, let's say for example this season like 1595,
mm-hmm.
and he can only see or she can only see one GM
Yeah.
because they don't have a base seal
Mm-hmm.
conquer. And could I kind of understand why they the um took away you can play the GMs like where you can see all the GMs
Mm-hmm. That node.
3 weeks till the end of the season, because we were farming it. I mean, it
Mm-hmm.
was probably really the best material farm, but they just need to find another way to get new players to play GMs,
Mm-hmm.
like or to get that base seal conqueror in a way,
Mm-hmm.
so that way they can gild it,
Yeah.
because nowadays there's people like, oh, that's a cool title, how do I get it? And I have to tell them like, hey, you can only
You
see
got
this
6 weeks.
GM. Yep. And it's almost like if they miss like a week or two or something,
Yeah.
then they can't get it till next season. And then because there's like a triumph called Total Conquest where you have to do 6 different GMs,
Mm-hmm.
and I feel like they either change that or just find a way. I don't know. I just want to make it more.
Yeah. You want to make it so that more people are able to. It's kind of like a roller coaster.
Hmm.
Like at the roller coaster, they always have the like you must be this tall to ride the
Yep.
ride, and like instead of like I said before, instead of it being a person that tells you that, it's the game that tells you that. When it comes to the Conqueror Seal, I can see I can see people arguing against like, well, no, it shouldn't be available like on the first day, but like those people tend to be gatekeepy anyways. So
Oh,
like,
woo-wee. I
sorry,
tell you.
I'm getting a little bit more spicy on that one, but
Oh no, you're chilling.
but the overall experience, yeah, I agree. I think if you are that tall to ride the ride, uh you should be able to unlock that node should be available to you so that you can get Conqueror, and then after that be treated just like anybody else, where it goes away and you have to go week over week.
Hmm.
So yeah, I
Yeah,
can kind of dig that.
yeah, but I'm always glad to see them always test things and stuff like that. That's why I
Mm-hmm.
just I let things play out, and then I'll give my input, because I know I could be pretty. I mean, this is for myself. I could be pretty bad at like giving like takes. That's why I nowadays I literally just look and see, let them try things, and then be like, hey, this worked. This doesn't work.
Mm-hmm. When um I'm trying to think of my That train left the station. I didn't catch the ride. So,
Oh.
so, I guess to kind of like wrap up here,
Um,
like I said, today is Telesto Day, and yesterday we
yes.
had this kind of this event that has gone on that's been like Telesto is either broken or designed to be broken right now.
Oh,
What's your
I'm
take?
scared.
You're
Okay.
scared?
Okay.
It
Okay,
has
you know
seemed
what?
to gain
No.
sentience.
I got you. I got you.
All right.
When I first seen a tweet from Paul Tassi about the this whole Telesto stuff, and
Yeah.
then I'm hearing Across finding like doing like little puzzles, I guess,
Mm-hmm.
or doing stuff. Like I mean, shoot, right now I'm thinking like, hey, okay, this is okay. Everyone's pretty like bored right now in game.
Mm-hmm.
But then I seen Bungie tweeting this, and I'm just like,
Well,
is
yeah.
this?
Today we had the interesting conversation where it was like, oh, like I am become God, basically is what Telesto is saying. It as per the Bungie accounts for Destiny 2.
Yeah, I'm looking at this stuff, and I'm just like, wow.
Yeah, it's in the reply.
Telesto has been such a weapon over the years. It
Yeah.
is.
Yeah, it is. It has definitely been a thorn in people's side, and it's interesting to see it kind of like take on this meta approach. I almost wonder if there's any like sort of secret thing that will end up getting like in the next couple weeks before the end of the season, in order like on the order of like some sort of
Wait, if it's
whispery
something,
kind of thing.
if it's something, that would be awesome because
Mm-hmm.
to be honest, I miss some of the cooler stuff that we used to have in game, like
Mm-hmm.
corridors of time.
Yeah.
Oh, I love that thing. At least the mystery behind it, like those like these community events, like they were so cool.
Mm-hmm.
Like and even the one with the Fell Winter that very next season, like
Yeah.
I wonder where that went. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
I would love those things, but uh, but it's kind of cool that like this stuff is happening right now, and like it's just fun, like just
Yeah.
seeing this stuff. So like if it's something, if it's not, like it was at least cool.
Exactly. Exactly. Well, Sabe, it was wonderful to have you, man. Thank you so much
Oh,
for hopping in today. I know it was last minute.
and thank you. And excuse myself, man. Pretty quite nervous, like, and then like my thoughts is like pretty much all over the place, But thank you for having me.
Absolutely, dude. Anytime, anytime. Tell the folks at home where they can find you on the internet, sir.
Alrighty, you can find me right over at the Twitch, Twitter, the YouTube, the TikToks, the Instagram over at SabetheBlade. They're all the same.
Heck yeah.